Hello friends, it's Jim O'Rear. Welcome back to my kitchen where I am cooking for people like me, people who can't cook. And today's recipe is Cowboy Skillet Pie. It's like campfire food, maybe. I don't know. It's a good southwestern, spicy, peppery, oniony mix that you can fix in a skillet and feel like a cowboy. So let's take a look at the ingredients. For this recipe, you will need 5 Yukon Gold potatoes, 1 yellow onion, 1 jalapeno pepper, 8 ounces of ground beef, 1 tablespoon of Southwest spice, 1 tablespoon of chicken stock concentrate, 2 ounces of sour cream, 1 tablespoon of flour, 1 poblano pepper, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 tablespoon of ketchup, 1 teaspoon of vegetable oil, 2 tablespoons of butter, some sea salt, and some black pepper. We are using Yukon Gold potatoes, and these are a cross between the South American yellow potato and the North American white potato. And we use these because the texture is really friendly to work with. These potatoes are good for frying, for mashing, for sautéing, for baking. Just a really friendly potato to use in all kinds of cooking. So we want to take these and just cut them into about 1/2-inch cubes. And it doesn't have to be exact or anything like that. Just cut them into some 1/2-inch cubes, and we will move on from there. Now we use fresh garlic to cook with because fresh garlic has a much stronger and better taste than the prepackaged garlic that you get in a can or a jar or something like that. And it also has a little heat to it. The fresh garlic has a little spice, and we like spicy. So to use this, you're just going to peel off the skin like this, and there could be a fancier way to do this. I just use my fingernails. But you want to peel off the skin until you get to that nice white shiny center. And when you get there, it looks really pretty, just like this right here. And then your piece of garlic is ready to use in whatever manner you want to use it in. For this recipe, we are going to chop it into just fine little pieces. And I don't use a food processor or anything like that. I just use a knife, and I cut it into thin little shards. And then I take those thin little shards and I cut them into even thinner little shards until I get the fine small size pieces that I want. Now you're going to take the poblano pepper and just core it and get the seeds out of it. So I cut the top off like this and then just split it in half so you can get down there to those seeds and the core, and then just pull the core out, kind of cut the core edges off like this and scrape out the seeds. Once you do that, you're going to just cut some strips off of it, and these are kind of just medium-sized strips. And when you get a few off, you can then just cut them into sort of medium-sized squares. It doesn't have to be a small dice or anything like that, just medium-sized like that. Then take the jalapeno pepper, and you want to do the same to it. You want to core it, so take the top off, cut it in half, and get the core out and the seeds. This one's got a really big core, so I am going to just sort of cut it out like this. And then once you get it cored, you're going to slice it into thin little strips. And after you get a few thin little strips cut off, you can put those strips together, and then you want to cut this into sort of not necessarily a fine dice, but just some small pieces like this. So it doesn't have to be exact, but just something that looks like that. After you get that done, you can take the onion, and you want to just peel the onion, and you're going to cut this into a fine dice. And I usually just take some thin slices of the onion, just like this, and then I will flip those slices over on their sides, and then just start cutting off some small pieces, and you'll get some fine little squares like this. And I only use about half the onion. I found that half of the onion is plenty of onion for this dish, so do about half of it. Next, take those potatoes and pop them into a pot. And you want to get that pot boiling, and you're going to boil these potatoes for about 15 minutes until they just get nice and soft. While those potatoes are cooking, you're going to take some oil, put it in a skillet, and turn the heat on to medium-high. Once the oil gets sizzling, you're going to take that poblano pepper and pop it in the pan. Go ahead and season it up with some pepper and also some sea salt. Get that going right there. And then you're just going to mix that up in the pan, stir it around for about 3 to 4 minutes, just until the pepper starts to get soft and slightly brown. Then you're going to take the onion, drop that in there, and then you want to season the onion just a little bit also. So I add a little bit more pepper and a little bit more sea salt. And then you're going to stir that all around. And you're going to do that for about 4 to 5 minutes, just until the onion starts to get brown and soft, kind of like this. Then you're going to add your southwestern spice, which is a mixture of garlic powder, chili powder, and cumin. You're also going to add your garlic right there. Pop in some jalapenos, and you can use all of it or some of it, just however much jalapeno you normally like. And get that stirring around in there for about 30 seconds to a minute till it kind of browns up. Then you're going to add your meat, put your beef in there, and season it a little bit with some more pepper and also a little sea salt. And then you're going to cook the meat for about 4 to 5 minutes, just breaking it up like this into little chunks and mixing it in with the onion and pepper mixture until you get something that looks like this. Then you're going to take 1 tablespoon of flour, pop that in there, and then you're going to stir it around just to coat the meat and peppers. It's only going to take about a minute to coat it. And then once you get it coated with the flour, you'll slowly add a half cup of water. So just a little bit, mix it up, a little bit more water, mix it up until you get all the water added. Then you're going to add your stock concentrate, you can see there in the middle, and also a tablespoon of ketchup. Pop that in there. And then you're going to stir this around for about 1 to 2 minutes just to get it into a nice mixture. Now, by this time, your potatoes should be done. So, take the potatoes, drain the water off of them. You're going to add your sour cream and also 2 tablespoons of butter. So, pop that in there. And then you just want to get a masher and mash those potatoes all up just like this. And it won't take long because the potatoes are nice and soft. And just get that into a nice creamy mixture of mushy goodness, just like that right there. Now, go back to your pan of meat, kind of flatten that meat out a little bit just like that, and then you're going to take your potatoes, pop it right there in the middle, and leave about 1/2 inch to 1 inch of meat surrounding the potatoes. Then you can season it a little bit with some salt and pepper, just like this. Get a little pepper on there, get a little sea salt. Then you want to turn your oven on to broil. And you're going to stick this in the oven and broil it for about 3 to 4 minutes. And you're going to do that just until it's bubbling. See that bubble on the edge? Yeah, nice and sizzling. And then you are ready to serve. There you go. There is your Cowboy Skillet Pie, all ready to dish out.
All that sizzling goodness in the Cowboy Pie. So it's spicy and hearty and filling, and it's really filling. It doesn't take much to fill you up. But I hope that you enjoyed watching this video of this simple, easy to prepare recipe. If you did, click the like button to let YouTube know you liked the video. And while you're at it, click on the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. And if you click the little bell, it will remind you when I have uploaded new videos, which are about every 3 to 4 days. So thanks again for watching. We will see you next time, partner.